All right. Let's see what's going on.
Let's see. We might be live already. Let me pull up the chatty.
All right. Hopefully the chat's coming through. If you guys, aloha YouTube, this is the Elon Marley podcast hosted by your boy Crypto Roots and Everything Currency. This is episode number 18. Excuse the background noise and the bright sound. I'm on the beach and this is the best I can work with. And yeah, what's good, brother? What's good? Aloha.
What up, man? What's up with y'all? What's up with everybody watching? What's up with you, Roots?
Man, just another day in the crypto world, DeFi world. So much to talk about. I'm super excited. I'm super excited.
So much going down.
Man, it's a lot going down. It's a lot. So, first of all, what do you, what's let's just talk. Let's get it out of the way. Beeple. You heard? Have you heard of
People.
Be? Have you heard of Beeple before today?
Yeah, I actually have. So when I heard that his NFTs were going crazy, his art,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you
The
know,
Trump one, yeah. So for like 6 point something mil, six
yeah,
point six mil.
I looked him up on Twitter, um, and I saw some of his stuff. Probably maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So, and actually, I think I kind of like the art. I like the undertone it has, like this serious political satire undertone of most of his artwork. So, and yeah, I just saw that people were finding value in it, and then I'm like, yo, okay, this dude actually is a really talented 3D graphic designer. You don't really meet people like that nowadays. If we coming through in the chat, press 9. But you don't really meet.
Can you change the view to the both view?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
me. There we go. Is that better?
Get it set. Let me see. I'm watching it right now to see if it's coming through.
Yeah. Make sure our
Make
voices are
sure we
coming
good.
through.
Yeah, our voices are coming through good.
Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, that was we and so between you heard of the Blau Blaou, the DJ that sold for like 11 point something mil.
Yeah, yeah. I heard about him recently. That's what
So
caused me to look into Beeple.
yeah, so between that was what that was like the hammer we needed to break through, you know what I'm saying? Like the mental, physical, digital boundaries of yo, Spotify, you're done. Sony Music Records, you're done. You know, like you just slapped so many record labels in the faces and so many different types of movie industries just
Mm-hmm.
extorting the artists left and right. Like so it is a new breath, fresh air of like money and just life into the NFT and digital art industry. And to be honest, I've never really met anybody in person or even online that's actually a 3D digital artist. But now that I'm following NFTs, they're everywhere. They're
Yeah.
everywhere now.
Really?
Like even professional ones, not just ones that just came up, but people
Mm-hmm.
who do the CGI graphics for like DreamWorks and all these people are actually NFT artists now.
Yeah.
Now, so that's just so cool and crazy. Yeah, I've never really experienced or talked to anybody about that career before.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's like it's becoming one of crypto's, killer apps. They say we need to have killer apps on top of crypto that people actually use and stuff. And people are finding value in these NFTs, whether it be digital art, music, like you heard of Kings of Leon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're dropping their album as an NFT. And it's gonna
So
be and of course with NFTs you can bundle things, right? So
oh absolutely.
they're bundling the album with fan experiences, with new you know new songs and exclusive content.
Yeah, and that's what you really want. Like that's and the same thing with that Blau dude. I never even listened to his music, but I saw an interview where if you're number one, then you get to actually make a track with them. If you're number two, number three, like you get access like behind you, like you only get to listen to that shit.
Yeah,
Like
you get if you bought the top, how it worked with Blau, if you bought the top NFT, you get to collab with him on the song, and if you bought like the next, I think five, you get to do a remix with him.
and so I really feel like that's going to bring so much more exclusivity and value to people. It's like, yo,
Yeah,
I'm really the only one. Like and so that feeling is there's no words to probably describe that feeling. Like, yo, I'm the only one. Yeah, I heard there's rumors that Justin Sun was the one who bought the Beeple.
Was it?
Yeah, 5,000 days or something. That's the rumors. I can't guarantee you, but that's what rumors I'm seeing.
I
And
can see that.
he would. The dude is, but I feel that's disgraceful for it to go to someone who's just, I don't know, like between selling to customers. I don't know. I think it needs to be a
Mhm.
good deal between the artist and the customer. I think those personalities and life, they kind of need to match. I just don't feel right with Justin Sun owning such a valued piece of artwork. I
Really?
just, nah, man.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't.
I don't know. I don't know Justin Sun. So,
Of course, I don't know. I've
If
I've only
Justin
know of his
Sun is a
previous
billionaire,
actions.
like, yeah, if he's a billionaire and he wants to buy a
Of course.
Beeple and
Well, yeah, that's on one perspective, but
yeah.
imagine like an artist who really were like, yo, like this, like, versus like, hey, I got it, haha, look at me, like give me more attention. Like Tron didn't get me attention. The fucking
BTT,
no, no. What else did he try to take over? Not before Hive. What was the one before Hive?
BTT, BitTorrent,
Scream. Not
BitTorrent.
bit. Yeah, he tried to what BitTorrent and what else? But it was
Oh,
before Hive.
Steam.
Steam. Like,
Hive
dude,
is Hive came from Steam. Yeah,
this dude has a history record of just bringing his bullshit and trying to control all these decentralized projects. And I don't know, I don't feel, if he really is the owner, I just wouldn't feel right with that. But obviously people can, buy what they want and sell it to who they want. But to me, art is about the other side of the deal just as much it is about the person creating it. It's the one who's really, spending that kind of money to buy it. But who,
right.
that's just my opinion.
Somebody who
Yeah,
enjoys the art. For
like
me, that's
really respects the art.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right when it comes to that perspective. I mean, I don't know if Beeple cares he got 70 mil, but I think for other people in the art industry, it's like, yeah, you want somebody to have it who cares about art. At least you care about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing about success, though, is that, oh, the dude, what? How long was the auction? The auction maybe was like 2 days. I don't quote me. But it was a very
Yeah.
limited amount of time, right? And it only started off $100. Oh, he got 70 mil. He's so lucky. People like, nah. This actually represents almost like damn near 14 years of fucking grind. It's not an overnight success. It's not a lucky. I just, or dumb people are spending money on something No, I
Yeah,
mean
when I looked
literally.
into it, when I looked into it, I'm like, what is this? Why did it sell for that much? And it's because yeah, it was one day for 5,000 days. Like that's
Uh,
took a long time to make.
Imagine the discipline and consistency, like let alone that, like, and not only that, like you just and you it is a recipe for success. I
Pretty
don't know the
much.
dude's personal life, but if you were to focus and be that consistent. In fact, I read a tweet the other day, you're only 6 months away of consistency to achieving anything you wanted. If you were to
Hmm.
grind 6 months, whatever it is you want, you could really get to that next. And I'm a living testimony, and that's how
So am
I've.
I. So am
Yeah,
I.
yeah, yeah. So
I'm living
and
proof of that one.
and that's something you can express to broke people or people who are trying to come up. Or just with the broke mentality is like, nah, it's you by yourself every day, and you're not going to get those. You're not going to get praise on Instagram or any of these places right away. Very few people do. So
Yeah.
that's one thing. That's one thing is grind and consistency, and so that's what I really take out of the art work
Hmm.
from that is like, 70 mil, in my opinion, in some cases, that's probably still undervalued. Like if we were to really look at it, if they were to
Think
put
so?
that up, yeah, bro, if they were to put that up for auction, 170 mil, easy. The fact that it's sold for 70 mil, you got to
Hmm.
understand not that you have to understand, but the thing about art,
Hmm.
especially, is that the most value comes out of the first resale. That's
Yeah.
where
Okay.
so it's like anybody can buy the art, and usually all right a lot, but the most value is the flip.
Yeah. When
Is the
somebody wants it
that's
after that, the next person
his
who wants it.
Exactly. Historically speaking, that's where the most money has been made for is the flip on off the first buy, you
Hmm.
know? And so that's something to take away as an NFT investor. And that's what we should really talk about. How should you really navigate this NFT investment game? Like, that now it's a whole nother universe. So where do you fit in? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What are your personal thoughts on that? Where do you fit
My
in?
personal
What
thoughts. So where my personal thoughts is, and this is just me, and understand that like this is my thoughts coming from, hey, look, I have limited knowledge in the art industry. I don't really collect art. I know art collecting is a big, that's how people, that's one of the ways that people preserve their a lot of value, but when it
Okay,
comes to
I don't mean to correct you. We don't seem to think that. Hey, I'm not an artist, believe me, and I'm not a graphic artist, believe me. But the thing is, it's called art. So whether you think you're good, you may not be good at a particular type of art, but Jay's good at fucking editing videos type of art.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
No, when it
yeah,
comes to art, like when it comes to art, I myself am an artist. Like I
yeah,
do
that's what.
music, I produce music, I do videos, I do graphic art. I
Yeah,
love
you are.
art.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I
are the
mean? You know what I
definition of
mean?
art. Yeah.
Like I love art. Don't get me wrong, art is my shit. But when it comes to like fine art and collecting like $1 billion paintings and stuff like that, like I would be completely new to that space, and seeing that that's kind of transitioning into crypto is something that kind of took me by surprise. Like, oh, okay, this is dope. I see the value in it because like I said, I know you can get it like that Basquiat paintings going for $1 million and stuff like that. But me myself, I have to get hip on the art before I start collecting the NFTs. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I went ahead and was like, yo, who the hell's Beeple? Let me do my research. And then next thing you know, this happened about a week later, you know?
Yeah, and so what was so what I'm looking, I'm sitting, yo, how am I jumping this game? Like, how do I want to navigate this game? You definitely gotta have an NFT, especially if you're gonna be a social media influencer, especially if you're gonna be involved in DeFi and crypto. Like, it's inevitable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I do got my crypto kitties, but the thing about them is they have insane inflation rate. That's why kitties aren't selling for more than 100 grand, right? Because the whole
Mm-hmm.
purpose of kittens is to breed more and more and more.
Right, right.
So that there is a limiting factor in that, and I'm being honest. This
Mm-hmm.
so I'm sharing my insight with you. As so this is the alpha. Is like when I sit alone, how do I think I'm gonna navigate this game? I've been navigating this game pretty smoothly, right? So what's
Mm-hmm.
the next step? How am I gonna get more bread out of the NFT, right? So I have to think in two states. The state where I don't have the type of money to be buying $8 million punks, right?
Right.
You sold that one I sold last
Mm-hmm.
night, $8 million punk. And then the mind state of, what if I did have the money? What type of investor would I be? So I'm in two
Right.
states of mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just
Yeah.
thinking, now what do I got? Let me try to go sell something and own credit. No, I'm thinking, all right, what can I invest in now? And then if once I get that 10 milli, 100 milli, whatever, then what type of investor would I be if I were that?
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
how I can kind
definitely.
of bridge the gap,
Mm-hmm.
like telepathically, metaphysically, is the now and the future, and how can I, and then figure out a way. But so obviously I like tokenized tweets. Some people disagree with them. Some people
Yeah.
call them spam. Some people say it's still in other people's artwork. Other people are like, "Yo, thank you. Someone finds value in my tweet. Someone's
Right.
willing to tokenize it. Like, cool. Go ahead. Do whatever you want with it." Other people like, damn, my tweets aren't being tokenized. I'm not making good tweets. So we got a whole nother ball game coming in the Twitter
Yeah,
crypto
that's
Twitter
true.
scene,
That's true. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right. And we yet to see how it plays out, because you can't really do much with the tweet because it's still stuck on Matic, and they have to develop more before you can do cross chain and sell it on different exchanges and whatnot. That's for the future.
Yeah.
But we do see obviously Jack Dorsey, setting the bar. Like, go ahead, floodgates open. I'm
Right.
selling my tweets.
Tokenize them tweets.
Yeah, I'm stepping on the dirty Ethereum blockchain. Have fun staying poor, you guys, but I'll use your blockchain, getting rich type of dude. Like,
That's why that's my thoughts on this whole game. So it's like, until I get up to par, like, and get my knowledge up, my thoughts are this. I saw Gary V was talking about, he explained NFTs. Like, have you ever bought a skin on a game or an end game item? And then dude said, yeah. He said, well, then that's an NFT. If you
facts.
bought a Fortnite skin, that's an NFT. So then my thoughts were this. um and this is just how I think
Oh,
about investing.
oh,
Um, what happened? You
go,
good?
no, well, I kind of want to take it a little bit further.
Uh
A
huh.
little bit further for
Go
people
ahead. Go
who
ahead.
don't quite get the concept of them. Have you ever bought a cell phone cover that at a mall, right? You got
Mm-hmm.
a new cell phone cover. It's got the Mario, that's basically an NFT. It's a skin for your phone. It just happens
Mm-hmm.
to be physical,
Right.
right? So if you find value in changing the case of your phone, right? It's literally the damn near the same thing. It's interchangeable. There's different, but it's digital. So if you ever
Right.
bought new phone cases because you thought it was cute, it was unique, it was different, then that's relatively the same concept, but in the digital blockchain world. Okay, for
Right. So
anybody
then
who's
my little thought process was this, I'm trying to think outside of the box as an investor and say, look, tokenizing and making NFTs is dope and all that stuff, but who do you think made more money? The person who bought the phone cover or the person who bought the person who invested in that booth that sold the phones? Who do you think made more money? The person who bought the Fortnite skin or the investors of Fortnite who helped get that project off the ground? So that's my thoughts on NFTs. Like, I see that there's value there. Like, for example, Audius, they went and sold Blau's album for 11 point something million, and those people who bought it, yeah, they got their experience. But if I don't really like Blau like that, and I don't really see the value in buying his album, then maybe investing in the platform that he used to tokenize his NFTs will bring me value in something that I didn't see value in before, but other people see value in it.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, and that's a great way to look at it when it comes to investing. Sometimes you may not want to invest in the thing itself,
Mm-hmm.
but you want to invest in the shovel company and the fucking pick
Exactly.
company,
Mm-hmm.
like like, and that's where you get into like NFTX, right? Where you get in
Mm-hmm.
these non-fungible index funds,
Right.
right? And because I don't personally don't find any value really whatsoever in crypto punks, I really don't.
Right.
Once I mean the pixel art, I mean, come on, like
You see what I'm
I
saying? So it's
don't.
like, exactly, if you don't find value in it, but then other people are like, yo, I want to put my money there, then if I invest in the platform, it might be lucrative for me.
Yeah, I mean, and if there's other benefits on top of it, like for some of
Right.
them, you can farm sushi with it,
Yeah,
right?
some of them. Then you could take the tokens, like with Rari tokens. I know they got some places you can stake them or maybe get more in different ways, and.
and and that's why I'm trying to decide. I really do like the investing yield farming, I guess somewhat technical, just pure and non-art side of it. Let's just put it that way.
That's what I'm
And
thinking, because if art is the actual killer app and people start going and buying all these NFTs and skins and stuff like that, being a crypto investor, I'm supposed to be here first. I'm supposed to be in the overall platform. You know what I mean? By the time everybody's using Ethereum in their house, I want to be well invested in Ethereum itself. You get what I'm saying?
I agree with you, but there's another side of me that says no, 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 no. Stop it, pay attention, either get more artistical, start taking some 3D design class. Like that, the other side of me is like, don't get stuck in your box because there's a lot of opportunity here and you
Oh
may have
yeah.
to learn some new skills and you may have
That's
to
for everyone who's a graphic artist. Like, I'm telling my friends, like, I got a lot of friends who dope painters, dope artists, dope stuff like that. I'm saying, yeah, you got to go ahead and tokenize, but as far as like buying, I think people should sell the art. You know what I mean? But as far as buying it, I would say buy it if you love the art, because you might not be able to sell it later if people don't see that value in it as you, or if that piece of artwork isn't bringing value to itself like a platform coin would be.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
and believe me, do not at all come in expecting that if you buy any type of digital art that you're going to make money off it. That is so
okay,
not true.
there. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad
That
you
is
said that, because that's my
that
whole
is
thing. I think it's going to be a terrible rude
it,
awakening for people who jump in and just start buying all kind of digital art and
yeah,
spending thousands
absolutely.
of dollars on crypto punks when it's not hype, when it's not the big thing anymore. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
bro, bro. I mean, I'm the stories are gonna happen. We can
Yeah.
even make them up, and we're gonna hear these stories. Yo, I spent 10K on a crypto punk, and I lost my job. The coronavirus. Damn, now I can't sell this punk. Nobody wants to buy it, or the bids aren't going up, and I don't have enough gas. Like, and it's just like my kids are hungry,
Right.
right? Like that's
Right.
how bad it's gonna get. It will happen. People
It's gonna
make these
happen all across the board.
yeah, and it's like, yo, you bought the most illiquid thing you can buy because there was a lot of hype. Like I'm with you. I think there's a 70% chance there will be an NFT bear market after this,
Mhm.
after this
It's gonna be.
boom.
I think the NFT bear market is gonna be worse than the crypto bear market. It's gonna be worse. Like, people are like, when everything, like, everyone's making money right now. Like, let's be real. Like, some people have hit 100x, with ten
Yeah,
thousand dollars in that thing, and they got money to
yeah,
play with. But when
bro.
this market starts going back down,
I'm a
Mm,
I hate to interrupt you, but one thing got me, bro. You heard about the inverse finance?
which one's that?
Inverse, bro. IMV, look that up. CoinGecko.
INV.
Bro,
You want to pull it up for the
people got
viewers?
the
Pull it up.
airdrop 80, 80 airdrop, bro, for filling out a Google form.
Uh-huh.
The shit turned to $160,000.
No
80 of
way.
them. Bro, this has been blowing up on Twitter. People, there was no saltier than this year. I'm telling you, like this last 6 months,
Inverse
because
finance.
and yeah, inverse
All right, hey,
finance.
make me the host so I can share it with the people.
And type in 80 on the conversion. They got 80 for free for filling out a Google form,
Yeah.
and people got 160K, bro. Or do the
Mm,
yeah, doing the because it went
mm.
to like
Oh yeah,
um
it's $1,000 right now. You got 80 racks if you didn't sell.
yeah, it went up even so. Damn that, and I don't know. I found out about it, but I never paid that much attention to it. And so many people were just salty, and so many people sold the airdrop as soon as they got it, right? But so there was
What were
so
people
much
saying?
salt, bruh. Just like people were like, "That's what happens. That's what you get." Everybody was like, people were like, "Damn, $160,000 just for filling out a Google form." Other people like, "Yep, told you." And dude,
Mm,
it was just
it went
look it
from
up,
500
bro.
to
You see that?
16. Look at that
That's
steep.
how steep it
Ooh,
went, right? That's
damn.
how steep that went. So people
What they
came
doing
up
over here at Inverse
80.
Finance?
Bro, it's even hard to really tell. Like I'm still this, I'm looked into it, and it's hard to even tell. But
What they're doing?
somehow
Oh
that,
yeah, it looks like similar to Yearn when I first went to Yearn. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, you know. But let's see.
like it doesn't even seem that like professional to be hitting that high of a value. That's what just threw everybody off, bro.
Well, how
It
many
threw.
coins are there
I couldn't sleep for like 2 days. I was so pissed at myself, man,
for
for
not
not.
filling out
Like,
for the Google form? It was just filling out the Google form.
I didn't know it had a Google, but I should have, because I did
Mm-hmm.
find out about them, and I just looked over them because there was so much projects to look at.
Max
But people
supply
got
100K.
80 airdrop, man. So that shit got me. I was fucked up for a few days, man, seeing that price. And I, seeing that
Mm.
price go down, like I sleep better. When that
Hey,
price goes down, I
24-hour
sleep
volume is
better.
high too. There's volume on this thing. Still some liquidity in there. That's crazy. Inverse Dow, huh?
Yeah, man. So people got the 80 airdrop for filling out a Google form, $360,000.
Man, and back to let me quote Mr. Crypto Culture, Crypto Kinsey. One of the keys in DeFi is to experiment, man. Experiment, take the chances. I don't be giving out no personal information, but yeah, I should have
Yeah,
filled out
yeah,
that
obviously,
sheet. I
yeah,
should have filled out that sheet, you know.
man. So crypto will get you, man. And so
Mm-hmm.
and let me tell you about what is it, a fallacy or whatever, a way where I almost fucked up mentally as an investor.
Mm-hmm.
The feeling I got from missing out on that much money, and the fact that it went up so soon, and the salt was just building,
Mm.
like it was just
Mm-hmm.
building in me, right?
Mm-hmm. Happens.
And I'm like, yo, let me try to catch this before it goes even further, right? Let me
Mm.
try to sell something. Let me maybe sell my badge. Let me, like, it really just actually threw me
Yeah.
all off. And I said, dude, you need to control yourself right now. What you're feeling is extreme FOMO and regret
FOMO.
right now,
FOMO.
right?
Yep.
FOMO and regret. FOMO
And
from the
regret.
future and regret from the not doing something. So I
Right.
very few times in my crypto investing career do I have actually found this feeling. I'm
Mm-hmm.
obviously sitting alone, in my cabana, and I'm thinking, you know what, your time will come. Your First of all, your time has come. So do not feel like you missed out. You caught that Wi-Fi from 2K to 43K. You
Right.
caught the fucking ride. Very few people caught that ride. Now, you will catch another ride. You need to be patient and wait your
Be
turn and have
patient.
respect for the game.
I'll be telling
Have
so many
respect for the
people that
game.
now, and just myself. Like I would say, like literally, bro. People will laugh. My friends, you come in my room. There's a post-it note right here that says, "Do not FOMO. Do not FOMO." You need to remind yourself at times as an investor because, like, literally, especially right now, everything is moving, and you might be holding. Like if you believe in a couple coins, like you have, say, a couple DeFi coins you believe in, you're like, yo, I'm holding these. I'm just be patient. The last thing you want to do is, and I know you've seen the tweets too and the stories and everything. Like, man, I sold my uni for this
Whew.
token
Yeah.
A, and now my uni is worth this much, and I'm like, oh man, and think about those people who, they held on to that uni airdrop You know,
Yeah,
if you
and
held
I
on to the
mentored it.
uni airdrop, you're doing pretty nice on that airdrop without even having to do anything. You're just literally sitting in your wallet, and
You know, and that, so, and that's where I come, that's where I get a little jealous, because I like, I admit some of my things, so we all can learn.
yeah.
So I had two mentees, two of most of my mentees that I taught a bunch of people, but two of them, one just got in the game and didn't know that much about crypto, but used Uniswap and got the airdrop, and
Right.
just didn't know that much about it,
Hmm.
so he never did much with it. And now the dude has,
Yeah,
and
that
I'm
was like
so fucking so
that's like
fucking
my
jealous.
cousin. That's like
Yeah,
my cousin, my XRP cousin. He got that uni, and he's
he-
like, "Oh, I'm finna sell it for XRP." I said, "Just leave it there. Just leave it there." And he asked me, "How do I transfer it, and how do I do this?" Because he was new. He was new.
yeah.
I barely used his computer to show him how to do it, and that's why he ended up getting it. You know, so I'm like, "Hey, how's that uni doing versus that XRP?" You
So,
know.
and I have another mentee. He's like a 50-year-old something dude. He's just his health is, deteriorating. He's in and out of eye surgeries. Works out at like a car factory, and just kind of like hates his job. Wants to like quit. And he's like, I Roots. I barely have time to even pay attention. So with him, I was like, you know what? Let's not risk this guy's money too much
Mhm.
on high risk things.
Right. Yeah.
I really want him to succeed, and he's been a long time, a mentee of mine. He consistently pays for the mentorship, uh, and I got him in on DPI early.
Hmm.
I'm like, he didn't even know he had the uni airdrop until after surgery. I'm like, yo, bro,
Hmm.
see if you got that you. And I'm like, damn, bro. He was like 8K by the time. I'm like, just sitting like, damn, man.
Yeah.
Like I could finesse him out of it, but I'm not. I
Nah.
could, because he barely knows what he's doing, right?
Mhm.
But he, just from the safe investments that everything the uni like, yo, he's sitting so nice on the bags, and he's
Mhm.
barely even knows how to use Uniswap.
Mm.
I went over like 20 times how to use Uniswap. Still can't remember each time. Maybe
Yeah.
just because his age. But the
Mhm.
fact that he's just sitting so chill, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you not knowing much, but still taking enough chances to follow what I'm saying and actually spend the gas money to invest is sitting you in a really nice position.
Yeah.
Like, just enough, but if you know too much more, you would be making so many more random investments, and like, so
Exactly. That's
some of these
that's the
people are in
thing
that
too. Like some
sweet
of those people
spot.
are actually pretty
Yeah,
cool when they just
like,
actually, oh, I'm just gonna buy it and I don't really know what to do. I'm just gonna hold it.
yeah,
And then a year from now they're like,
yeah,
hey, I'm glad I bought it. I
yeah.
just held it. You know what I
it,
mean?
it's like, but those are the sweet spot because they take
Mhm.
enough chances, all right, and take enough. That's enough risk to get you right there in the game.
Mhm.
But then you're not so into the game where you start fucking your own shit up because you know too much, and you're trying to catch every
They're trying to
ride up,
catch everything.
every,
Yeah.
yeah, so it kind of benefits them to be ignorant, but still, you're not purely, but enough to be curious, ignorant but curious, kind of like spot, and it's working
Yeah.
out well for some people, man. It's working out
Yeah.
well for some
Let's
people.
take some time to get into the chat. I didn't really
All
know we
right,
had all these people hollering. We got Willy Wonka. He said, "What do you think of Goguen coming this month?"
never
I don't
heard of
know.
it.
We'll see, man.
What's that?
That's Cardano's thing update. We'll
Oh
see. We'll see.
man,
We'll see when it
man,
happens.
I'm
Can't speak on
I,
it until it happens.
I'm tired of you Cardano people.
He already said
All right, no,
Willy
he said,
Wonka. He said
wh-
making candy is art too. That's true, Willie.
yo, and I got blocked from someone because I tokenized his tweet because he said tokenized tweets were wrong, and yeah, I was like,
And you
it's art.
tokenized it.
Yeah, I said, well, yeah. So I start tokenize all the tweets that people say, fuck all these tokenized tweets, right? Because I feel that's art. I can sell that for later. So I was like, what the fuck? It's art, bro. Who are you to tell me what art is or isn't? Blocked. And I'm like, you
Yeah.
know what? Let me not be like that, because I kind of find his information valuable, and I was just being a douche. But at the same
Yeah.
time, like, who are you to get upset that you name? Because this dude was preaching about NFTs forever, and I'm like, yo, how are you gonna be against one NFT but totally support every? So I'm like, no, you're kind of a fucking hypocrite. So I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm tokenizing that shit. All right, so John K said, how are DeFi and NFTs going to affect cryptocurrency? They're all the same. That's
Hmm.
all one thing. They're not like
They're
two different.
tokens. They're
Yeah,
tokens.
and let's just you need Ether is a utility token. It's all
Hmm.
types of different but the utility of it is that it pays for gas. So as more people are investing in NFTs and buying DeFi, I mean that's more gases they're going to need. So
Hmm.
that's something they'll have to find a way to get purchased by. So especially with EIP 1559, let's talk about it. Let's
Let's
talk
talk
about it.
about it.
Yo, let's drink out the martinis. Let's bring out the fucking Hennessy.
I ain't doing that until it's ready.
Hey, no,
Just
we
like
free.
Cardano, show
Nah,
me the money. Show me. I don't want to hear this because they
all
can
right.
easily say, "Hey guys, it's supposed to be released today, but guess what?
Nah,
6 more
man.
months.
No.
Show me the money. Show me the bacon." I don't really want to talk
Yeah.
about, like when it comes to that, I just want to see stuff being done now at this point.
Hey,
I
anybody
love
wants to join me on dogehouse.tv, we can have a pre-game party. ERP 1559.
Oh,
I mean,
if it's dropping, oh, we can celebrate for sure. If
well,
it's
they
dropping,
said in July though. They said
I'll
in
be right
July.
there dancing with you. If they say
You
if
know
they got
that's
like a
confirmed.
countdown or something,
You
huh?
know that's confirmed, right? It's
Yeah,
dropping
I
in
heard it. I
July.
heard it was confirmed. I still don't believe it.
All right, all right.
I'm just
I'll
saying
give
until
I'll give
I
you that
see it.
one.
You know what I mean?
All right. I mean, yeah,
Just,
yeah.
but I'm excited. I am excited because we need that
Oh
on
yeah. I mean,
on
so if you
ETH.
don't know, the fucking alpha for today is buy more ETH and hold on to the fucking ETH.
Oh yeah, even if
Right?
it doesn't happen, the hype building up to that's about to be ridiculous, and the charts for ETH just look crazy. It's supposed to be following Bitcoin, and it hasn't even started yet. So
Yo, there was a CNBC. I'm gonna send you the link later. A CNBC interview, a video talking about the $6.9 million Beeple,
uh-huh.
and they were clowning so
What were they
hard. Like
saying? What were they
they were
saying?
just like laughing, like, "Hi, I can just take a picture. Anybody want to sell it? Hi, I can just take a picture." Hey, and they just started laughing that they could just
Well,
take
I
a
can
screenshot.
download a picture of the Mona
Yeah,
Lisa off the internet, but do
it,
I
it,
own the Mona Lisa?
they weren't getting that. Well,
You know what I mean?
so CNBC. It was all the reporters were laughing, damn near crying that this was even happening, like
Yeah.
fucking making fun of it. And I'm like, tokenized tweets. I'm taking that shit, like, because you're gonna see a lot of it's just crazy how many people are so stuck in a bubble. Like, nah, the internet's not gonna work. They use the internet. Nah, Facebook is not gonna be a thing. They use Facebook. Nah, and it's just like they keep making fun of everything that consumes their
That's
life.
new. If it's
You
new,
know, yeah. It's just
they
like
don't. If
get out of that. Stop it, because
that's why I
it
don't.
doesn't.
That's why I don't knock anything that I don't understand. You know, I tell people all the time, don't knock it if you don't understand it. Like when NFTs first came out, I was like, yo, I wouldn't do it, but I don't understand it. So let me understand it and see how I would want to play it. You know, I gotta. That's simple. I don't know. For me, that's simple.
Yeah, man. I mean, keeping an open mind,
Right.
man. And another industry that's definitely gonna pop off,
Hmm.
definitely, is that 3D printing industry, bro. Like, if
Oh
mark
yeah.
my freaking
Hmm.
words,
Yeah, for
mark
sure.
my words, 3D printing is, especially if people need to arm themselves. And we ain't gonna get that far, but that's the main people when shit, shit goes down, man.
Yeah. All right.
People need
Shout out to Yoshi STX. A good show. Shout out Brandon. What up, Brandon? It
aloha,
says
aloha.
CF Samalado. I'm not sure how to say that. What do you guys
Who's
think?
who's
Huh?
spamming Safe Moon?
Safe Moon. That's Pullum G. Why should we get in while it's cheap? You got to tell us in the comments before I pull it up. MTF coin. Any thoughts? Way undervalued than AVE. Have you heard of MTF?
MTF. No, you can look it up. I'll look it up. MTF. Never
Yeah, I'll
heard of
look
it.
it up real quick.
M- MTF. Nothing comes up on CoinGecko.
Yeah, nothing comes up on CoinGecko. What's the name of the coin? If it's not on CoinGecko, I'm kind of already lying.
Yeah, for Brazil.
Unless it's
So
that early.
here's oh man, I shouldn't be giving away alpha, but it's fun to talk about it.
It's fun.
So
We talk about it.
NFT loans, bro. No, no,
Mhm.
no, 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 no. That doesn't sound exciting.
Yeah, I'm like,
Per se.
I was
Right, no,
like,
you're right.
kind of scared me with that. What's up with these
What
loans
I,
though? Tell me about it.
bro, god damn, I shouldn't be giving it away. All right. So NFT loans are quite possibly is the way it's pretty much the way I'm going to be navigating this game. I've already decided.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about it. NFT loans. So first of all, if you own an NFT,
Uh-huh.
you can put it up as collateral to take out a loan against it. Makes sense. I mean, not makes sense, but now you're able to do that.
Right.
Okay. If you have a valuable NFT, why sell it if you need the money, right? Why not leverage the NFT and buy another one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That can go up in value or whatever you want to do with your money. right? But this is just the next step of once you have something valuable, leverage it. If
Yeah.
or have let other create a platform that allows other people to leverage it. Let's just say that,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So that makes sense. Most people don't know that you can do that. You can do that. Now, from the person giving the loan. So what you're doing is lending out your money, right? And in case you don't get your money back, you get the
Mm-hmm.
collateral, which is the NFT. So
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you, do do you see what you see any opportunity in this?
Yes, it would have to be, but I see opportunity in it when we start talking more about what are the NFTs being offered on this platform. Like what
Oh, all
NFTs
of
are
every
actually
from
like every
super rare,
NFT.
from super rare hash,
Mhm.
all of them. People's on there. So that's the thing. That's the catch. That's the beauty of it.
Uh-huh.
I can catch a motherfucker going through a hard time. Not only can I lend out my money, bro, I get my money back plus interest, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So not only do I get more of my ETH back, but if I don't get my ETH back, I get the fucking NFT I actually wanted. So I'm
Mm.
hoping the motherfucker doesn't pay me
You
back.
hoping he don't pay back. You
He
just want the
hoping they
NFT.
don't pay me back. But if he pays me back, I have more ETH, bro. So I'm like, oh, this may be kind of working for me. This
Mm-hmm.
may be my strategy. So what can I do? Well, I can go on Craigslist and start purchasing some very valuable artwork for motherfuckers that are going through a hard time
Mm-hmm.
for cheap. Cheaper than I would buy on Rarible, cheaper than I
Right.
would buy market price.
Yeah.
So I have two options: make more of my ETH, or get NFTs cheap and flip them on another site. And I'm like, okay,
Okay.
okay. I
Yeah, yeah,
finally
yeah.
figured out where I can kind of navigate. Now, because I do want to be exposed to NFT. Believe me, if someone were like, yo, we're gonna drop, like, I got a Pepe NFT right for free. If people are like, yo, we're gonna give you, hey, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be excited. But to
Yeah.
be but to be paying that much money, first of all, I just don't feel as financially responsible. But
Yeah.
I feel if I have an opportunity to get an NFT for fucking cheap or free, and
Right.
if I don't get it, I get more of my money back. Sounds like a win-win to me, bro. Sounds like a
So
win-win to me.
I guess my only thing would be, okay, what about NFTs that have, okay, so a lot of
You,
NFTs have value, but what about the ones like that go down in value, or that don't have any
well,
value?
it's not
Um,
random NFTs. You actually choose
yeah.
the NFT that
Oh,
you
you
want.
choose the NFT that you want
Absolutely.
in your thing. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Whether
Yeah.
you choose hash mask, you see all the hash masks that people are trying to loan out, right?
Mhm.
Immediately people buy this and loan it out, whether for whatever reasons. They need the
Like,
money
you
or
honestly think that like hash mask and the Pepes and stuff, you think that's gonna last? You think it has like long term viability or?
here's the reason why I feel it does have long-term viability. Because
Hmm.
it was created by an algorithm, not by a
Hmm.
person. That's why I think
Hmm.
that's what's giving it the value is the fact that this was unpredictable.
Hmm.
This wasn't just like, oh, the dude got used to creating the same shit. Now it's just Mickey Mouse every fucking picture, just
Right.
different form of Mickey Mouse. No, it was like an algorithm randomly created this, and there's no other attributes. Like, so that's why I
You talking
think it
about
was
hash mask?
absolutely hash mask, crypto kitties, Euler beats. They're all created by an algorithm. All of them.
Hmm.
Crypto punks is created by an algorithm. That's
Yeah.
what that's all of them. So not every single one. Obviously, you have the human artists, but then
Hmm.
when you have the algorithms creating, that's how you really know that there's mathematically possible that there's no other one, right?
Yeah.
That can't, So that's yeah. I think definitely. Don't really care about owning one, but if someone gave me one, shit, I'll put it in my Twitter profile, no doubt, bro. So
All
what am I
right.
saying? It's like, so what am I saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want some exposure too. Am I ready to invest? Hell no.
Yeah,
But
that's
I'm down.
I feel
I'm
you
down.
on
If I
that one.
if
I
I
feel
if
you on
I
that one.
if I could get it
You
for
know,
cheap, if
I
I could
like
get it
it.
for
I like it. It's cool. You know, it'll be dope to have, but you know, like that Beeple picture, I'm sure it'll be cool and nice to look at, but will I pay 70 million for it? Well, as a billionaire, I don't think I could justify that one.
well, here's the thing about that. This is my theory of what happens behind the scenes when it comes to these auctions and why people sold for 69 million because only an
Hmm.
hour before it was 60, and then
Hmm.
before it was like 50. Um, here's my theory. You have wealthy people around the world that are relatively connected to each other, like a spider web, right? Just connections and calls. Like Mark Cuban knows this guy, they know that guy, they know. So you got wealthy people staying in touch with wealthy people. That's just my
Right.
theory. It seems logical. Now, once somebody says, "Yo, hey, yo, yo, there's this artwork that's now 30 mil. You
Mm-hmm.
can get this and you can be the new guy in front of everybody, like around the world. Right. So the dude, that guy's like, oh, it's my chance to like restart my fame, right? To be put out there. So he goes and buys, he goes, sets up a bid for 30 mil. Somebody else calls homeboy. Yo, your homeboy just set up a bill for 30 mil. You should get him out for 35. Right. Oh shit. I could be the new dude now. So what happens is all
Mm-hmm.
these people are like, yo, I can be the new dude. I can be the new dude. And because they're all connected. So believe me, these rich people have a connection to everything that's going on and a new way to establish wealth and fame. And if it's through art, they don't care what it's called. Yo, 70 mil, shit, I got that. Like, no problem. I can be the new dude. So that's just my theory of how the prices go up so soon, so fast
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes, because none of this is not like a well-known retail investor public thing that happened, right? I
Right.
didn't even know
Right.
about Christie's until today, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's true.
So
That's
you
true.
when I'm so the rich and wealthy, the people they're really connected behind the scenes. So that's how I see some of these valuations is they're like, no, I want to be the dude because then my face gets to shine, right?
Right.
So they
Right.
started outbidding each other, and that's kind of what pushes that's just my theory. I don't know. You have to live. That's just how I think these evaluations go up. Is that
Oh
they
yeah,
have
no, that's very true. Like the evaluations. I mean, in auctions in general, it's known that like, the fact that people get competitive at auctions pushes the price of some things up, and it makes things more valuable than they might actually be. And it actually becomes that valuable because somebody paid that much for it.
yeah, and I'm thinking they just wanted to be the dude or the chick. Like, yo, like
Yeah.
I mean,
You want to be,
that's
hey, it's like if me and you were in a competition, we're out there bidding on something. We go, hey, I'm gonna take you out, Roots. Like we competed, but we competed just like if we was playing one-on-one in basketball. We try to take each other out, you know.
I think that's a fun game. You just maybe think of like NFT competition game, but anonymous, right, or something like, I don't know.
Some
I
type
don't
of
know.
competition.
I could see some new games evolving, right, on X Die, or on Plasma or on some layer two. I could really see some NFT kind of competition game going on, uh, kind of thing. I don't know. It just sparked some curious idea in me. What you just said.
I have a question for you, real quick. Just a little flash, like coin versus you going X die or Matic or what is it, Polygon for layer two?
Uh, nah, nah. I can't say Mac for
Can't
sure
say Matic.
because
Yeah.
of the consensus mechanism. They have
Mm-hmm.
to they central validators.
Oh, okay.
That's the compromise with Matic and those guys. And you said who else?
X
XDAI.
die. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I don't know if how they run the validators too. There's
Mm-hmm.
so I can't speak much on
What's your
XDAI.
layer
I
two choice? Like, what are you looking
uh,
at as far as layer
uh
two?
ZK Syncs,
Oh,
ZK
okay.
Sync.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really into ZK Sync. But the thing about ZK rollups is that they're not EVM compatible yet. What does that mean? That you can't necessarily put smart contracts on ZK rollups
Mm-hmm.
because of the way you have to. Because ZK rollups is zero knowledge proof. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like knowing where Waddle is, but not giving the actual information exactly where Waddle is. You can prove that you know where he is.
Mm-hmm.
And so ZK rollups is a zero knowledge proof, and it relies on the layer one security so the layer one security of the blockchain.
It's
So
still
that's
there.
the
Yeah.
so it doesn't compromise the security and increases the privacy. But the only catch is that it's not Solidity smart compatible yet,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the programming languages has to be written in Rust. So
Okay. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Optimism is compatible for smart contracts. So that's why you're probably going to see Uniswap and all these other adapt Optimism. But
Going on
if you
optimism.
if you
Yeah.
if you want privacy and security, ZK rollups is where it's at because you're not compromising privacy or security, and you're getting faster. So that's why I'm really bullish. But it's just not ready to develop yet. Maybe
Okay.
in a few months, yeah, or a year. So
So what
uh,
is I know isn't that what does Loopring use?
they use ZK
They
rollups.
use ZK, right? Okay. I like
Um,
Loopring. I always tell people if you want to find some coins or some DPI without paying the fees, Loopring.
Well, there's ZK Snarks, there's ZK rollups. ZK
Mm-hmm.
Snarks are a layer one solution,
Mm-hmm.
and ZK rollups are a layer two. What's the layer one and layer two? And I like to, instead of just certain like explain things to people, I ask questions. So say
Mm-hmm.
we're in downtown New York, okay? You with me?
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of traffic, like so much traffic. That's it. Just stuff. What would you do to improve that traffic as a mayor, or governor? What would you do, Jay, to improve the insane, like 2 hour long wait traffic? What would you do? What would you do to solve that problem?
Yeah, okay, so there's a couple options. It's like uh bigger freeways or more public transportation and try to get some of them cars off the
Correct.
road. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you would either build an infrastructure on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where you drive under the freeway, and if you wanted to go faster, you would go on the freeway. Right? Or you would create a tunnel where there is no thing to worry about traffic, where you're the only one. So this is the same thing relatively with layer two. If
Yeah.
Ethereum transactions are so slow and they take so long and things like that, then you can create an infrastructure that relies on, because what you're doing with ZK Roll, you're taking the computation and some of the data off the blockchain. So you're not,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't all have to rely on all the power from the blockchain. It can be put onto other layers. So essentially, cars can go onto a highway and go faster. Transactions can go faster. So that's what I want before we go hella deep and technical. But
Mm-hmm.
that's essentially what layers are. They're
Yeah.
like a freeway for transactions.
Yeah.
Okay, right? But you can there's different freeways in how they're built, but one of them you jeopardize the security of the main road. Otherwise, another one you rely on the main road for the structure to
I
stay
get it.
secure,
Yeah.
right? So there you go. So just give you
Makes
a little,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, because like my issue with layer twos is like using them. For one, I don't like any like. I mean, it's not that I don't like them. I just feel like it's gonna just be way too complicated for like mainstream, which is like when you have to bridge a token over and bridge a token back, and if you send if I send a certain token from XDAI chain to
But here's the
uh
thing, though.
Ethereum chain without bridging it, it can get lost and stuff. But I know we're early and that's gonna get fixed in the long run. But yeah.
See, you got to understand though, the network effect. As long as enough people use layer two, they can stay on layer two.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have, because you could still make payments to each other with Loopring. They have a Loopring wallet where you can make payments with Loopring with anyone else has it. So if enough people move to layer two, then they can mostly stay on layer two. And there's ways where you can bunch transactions together and then send it back to layer one, where you don't have to pay the whole gas fee. It gets
Yeah.
divided amongst everybody else. So I
Yeah,
mean,
that one. I think that is like something that's useful that I would use. Like batching some transactions together. We all split the gas fee.
oh,
You know.
of course, this is the new standard. This is the new
Yeah.
standard. Believe me, devs understand the problems you're dealing with. They understand your
Yeah.
frustration. In
Oh yeah,
fact, they're
for
probably
sure.
more frustrated than you are, because they have to test and deploy these contracts, and it's been thousands and thousands. Andre, I don't. He spent close to a mil, bro, close to a mil in like a year on just gas fees alone.
Yeah.
So these developers are more frustrated than the average retail investor. But if you really, from
Especially certain,
what I
like
heard.
certain coins and stuff. I've seen projects that have been, in development, waiting 2-3 years to launch, and then when it comes time to finally launch the final contract, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna push it back a little bit because transaction fees are 1,000 gwei, for slow." And so I could see how that could be maybe a bigger problem for devs than us, because then you have to go and tell your whole community and piss all them off because you don't want to pay 2 million to deploy your smart contract. Like,
Well, that's what happened with Badger DAO from
mhm.
the Gitcoin grants. If you donate to Gitcoin grants, and this is the alpha, Gitcoin grants 9 just launched, so listen up. If you donated to Gitcoin grants 8, Badger DAO we're supposed to give you 3 Badger, right?
Mhm.
I donate $5. Like I said, at the time, Badger DAO was $35, but at the time it
Yeah.
ended up be like so everybody's like, yo, when the airdrop, when we did it, we donated. You guys promised it. Hey, don't be acting shady, Badger DAO. Don't be acting
Right,
fucking
right.
shady. You everything else is cool, but where's my fucking Gitcoin grants?
Hey,
Everybody was
people
like,
get so scared.
yeah,
People
yeah,
get
right.
so scared real quick. Hey, did we get scammed? Hey, what's going on? This is a problem. F
Right.
y'all.
And everybody in the Discord is like, gas, bruh.
Hmm.
And it's just like, all right, bro. Well, then never, right? Like if the fucking ETH
Yeah.
2.0 comes out, we get our fuck. But what Badger did, they said, fuck it. No matter how much anyone donated, you're all gonna get a B Badger airdrop. And people were like, wait, huh? Wait, what? And people were like, wait, this is actually more value than the actual 3 badgers you were going to give us,
Right.
because B badger is worth interest bearing badger, which is like 1.7 badger or something like
Yeah,
that.
a little bit
So
more.
what they did was they gave us interest bearing badger airdrop, and it's called a clawback. When if you don't take it in enough time, they take it back from you, right? If you
Yeah,
don't claim it, right? But they're like no clawback. So what that means is it was interest bearing. So if you didn't claim it because gas was too high, it would still be
it will
making
still
money
be
because
making money for
because
you.
it's
Yeah,
interest bearing.
right.
So not
So it's
only
like
was
that's
it
the benefit over.
yeah,
Hey, I'd rather get an airdrop of B Badger than
so people were like, yeah, you know what?
yeah,
We won't say nothing. This is good
yeah.
enough. Thank you. We won't talk about it no more. You know?
That
So
was funny.
that was genius. That was genius.
Yeah.
Right. So the longer there is no callback and the longer you wait, the more it made. And whenever you gas was cheaper, you could take it out. I have already been accruing value,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
So that was dope. That was interest bearing token airdrops yeah, that was good. That was a good
For
move there.
compensating for the
Yeah.
lateness.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All all right. So um I'm coming out with my own NFTs, but I have to find some way to I'm gonna just make up a new word, uniquify them. you
Uniquify.
uniquify, make them uniquely identify them.
Yeah. That's the
So
same thing I'm thinking about right here. I kind of just don't want to go with the typical what everybody else is doing. I gotta do it my
and
way.
I need to look into this fucking algorithm that creates these random NFTs. Like you can choose the traits. Those
Mm-hmm.
traits are chosen by humans, but the way they're generated is randomly through an algorithm.
Okay.
And
Okay. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I need to figure out what contracts these dudes are making or how I can get that set up.
Yeah. That'll be
Mm.
pretty dope. Maybe some deep brain chain. I'm gonna check out deep brain.
Deep brain chain,
Not deep brain chain. Deep brain. Google deep brain. It's a AI algorithm for
bro.
creating art and shit.
You know what I'm glad you told me about it because that sparked me. I really want to figure out the operating system of Neuralink. You know,
The
I really,
operating system.
if I could figure out how Neuralink is programmed, if I could be a developer for Neuralink, I'm really into that shit. Will I get my own head drilled in? Not until like 2,000 more people have gotten their head drilled in before me, right?
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah,
you
for
know,
sure. For
you
sure.
know, but I really find that fascinating. If I can actually work on the software for fucking Neuralink, I mean,
That'll be sick.
that's next level shit right there, man. Like, but if Neuralink was open source, I'm telling you, bro, you're fucking like, what was that Gundam Wing? We'd be so fucking, if people could have open source Neuralink in their head where anybody can create their own universe and like, I'm really excited. I'm really excited
Oh yeah,
about
deep
Neural.
mind. Data lords, you're right. It is deep mind. My bad. It's deep. Google deep mind.
Deep Mind.
Deep mind. I just googled it right now. Deep mind. Is
Sure.
it deep mind? Is that the one I'm talking about? No. Hold on. Let me share the screen. Google deep mind.
Duck, duck, go Deep Mind. We don't want to feed the beast.
We don't want to feed. Alphabet DeepMind makes AR breakthrough with AlphaFold that could aid drug research. I'm talking about the one that creates the pictures based on your neural. It's based on the human neural thing.
Yeah. You heard of GPT dash 3? You heard of that?
GPT-3. No, what is that?
Yeah, it's like the machine learning AI that's that everybody's in fear of. It is so accurate. Like it can make a music video, it can make a picture, it can make a story, it could read. There's like, yeah, GPT. There you go.
Right
This
here.
is,
Almost
yeah.
good
So
at anything.
yeah, oh man, this could do. This is what people feel is going to be the iRobot.
Oh
This
yeah.
program right here. Yeah, man. GPT-3. The most computer scientists that I follow, they admit that this is quite possibly one of the most accurate machine learning algorithms out there. So you guys do some research, and you could see like how well it can read and talk and write. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of scary to some people. It really is to some people.
Is this
But
the one that they can connect to like a to a thing and then kind of have a conversation with it and
I can't say it is, but it seems like it is.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it has the whole science and computer science community just kind of in fear of how
Mm,
well this does, right? So uh now you get now the whole thing is, how do you fool these algorithms? How do you fool these programs? And the
mm,
one thing is that these guys can't, do
like
critical
this.
thinking. Yeah, they can't do critical thinking. So
Uh-huh.
that's how you have to beat these things, is asking questions that only a human can actually really critically think about. So I don't know. We got kind of going a little off
Yeah,
topic,
we
but
going off topic, but yeah.
what are your thoughts on AI?
Um,
Do you think a robot can be a human, or a human can be a robot? What are your honest thoughts? These
I
are
think
controversial. These are
I
controversial
think I
statements.
think it's controversial, but I think it's only controversial out of fear. You know what I mean? I think
Of
it's
course.
everyone. It's kind of like, yo, it might take us over, but I think it's. I feel like it's a good thing. Like, for example, people say, yo, AI is gonna take my job as a garbage disposal cleaner. Well, then good, because I'm pretty sure maybe you like that job, but I'm pretty sure that's not how you want to live your life. So in the long run, I think people are gonna end up having to have value in things like find value in things like AI. Although
So
there are threats that that different AIs can come across, just like with people.
all right. So like, do you believe some robots can think and get to the intelligence and think as a human? Not that robots will have a soul, but do you think some of these AIs can get so intelligent, because they already are, that they could even pass off as a human? You heard about that Google phone
Hmm.
interview where the Google robot called up a telephone company and started like making up lies and trying to get information. Do you ever
Hmm.
hear about that? Look that up. But do you think a robot could actually, in some ways, become a human? Sounds crazy, but do you think that? And it's whatever
I
answer.
do actually, but I don't think it's gonna be full. I can't be fully human because there's never gonna be like, it's not gonna ever have consciousness, right? Or it's not gonna ever have. It's gonna have
What is consciousness, right?
artificial consciousness, but saying that, I don't think we're going to be able to create a robot that would be able to feel and have compassion in the way that we do. Only thing we can do is program that compassion, right? We can program compassion as to what we think it is, but then what is compassion to everybody? So
Okay.
those are questions like
No,
different questions.
and somebody gave me a hard time. One dude I gave a consultation, just he didn't even care. He just wanted to argue with me about this, and I shared. Yeah, he really did. I had to hang up on him because he wasn't trying to talk about crypto. He wanted just to talk about himself and his thoughts on AI, right? And it was mad that I was disagreeing with him, so I hung up.
Yeah.
I don't hang up on many or very any people. You pay me money, but I'm gonna hang up if you're gonna start taking it off, on some other shit.
Yeah.
Really.
Someone in the
Uh,
comments, Data Lords, he says, I make robots. It is consciousness.
oh yeah, yeah. So here's what
Artificial
I want.
consciousness. But
Go, go ahead.
I want to tell people, check out AGI, and Dr. Ben Gersel talks a lot about it. I'm really into Singularity Net, and and their whole AI marketplace and all that, and what they're doing over there. And
Yeah, you've. I've been seeing you show that. I've been seeing you show, and
yeah,
I
Dr.
need.
Dr. Gersel, he's been on Joe Rogan and everything. Dude has been doing AI his whole life.
So let me finish. So I asked that important question:
Mhm.
can a robot become a human? Right? And everybody's going to be like, no, 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 no. But let me ask this question: can a human act or become a robot? And we see them in the streets. We see them in the military.
Mhm.
They kill. We see these people who have no emotions. No, they don't. There's no like literally like, so it goes both ways. Can if a robot can become a human, then damn near a human can become a fucking robot, because what is a robot? A robot has no feelings, right? A robot does this and can't think for. Well, we see people like that all the fucking time. At least at least some people would, you know. What are these wars? Who are people committing these mass murders? They're fucking robots, in my opinion. They're doing what they're told or programmed to do, right, by the state or the government or whoever, right? So it just goes both ways. Humans can actually lose their humanness and actually function and perform actions as if they're a robot. Now, so that's why I believe both sides of the statement. You can't really have one without the other. If a robot can be act or
Yeah.
become like a human, then damn a fucking human can damn near fucking become a robot.
Right.
And not that you have to agree with that, but that's the way I see it, and that's what I expressed to that dude. And he was like, no, 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 no. Well, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. and I see robots all the time.
Yeah,
They don't
I
think
mean,
they're-
nonetheless, it's like, robots are the future. So, crypto is the future, robots are the future. It's just a hand in hand, like it's gonna go together, and it should.
so that's why I have the theory that at any you better start embracing AI. In fact, everybody's going to have their own AI. In fact, you
Hmm.
need to start thinking about your own AI, like your own pet
Hmm.
AI, your own Siri. Literally, I made a video on that. Everybody's going to have their own personalized Siri one day, where it's
Yeah,
decentralized and encrypted. So Google's not owning your shit. No, you actually get to program your Siri. You can call it whatever the fuck you want, right? But this is the level I'm on. At least I'm thinking about and getting ready is to have my own. Start already having my own personal AI, and just
right.
because everybody, it's like having a fucking dog and a cat, or bet a little bit. Some people would put it higher or lower. That's all depends on you and your AI, right? But I feel it's going to be that common where you better start embracing it now. You know. All right, that's my thoughts on
All
AI.
right, let's get to the comments real quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. Data Lords, he said he created the robot. Dope. Yoshi and him going back and forth says we believe we need one another to be able to transfer knowledge. AGI, man. Hopefully we can get there in time so we can form an AGI that helps us reach singularity. I
Some
agree.
somebody said robots have no soul. I've seen more people with no soul than I've seen robots. That's just what I'm saying. At least
Uh
from my perspective. At least from my perspective.
yeah, I was gonna say it's all perspective thing, right? We can say, hey, look, those people have uh um fucked up consciousness or evil consciousness, but nonetheless they'll
Gavin
still have
Newsom. Gavin
they'll still
Newsom.
have some consciousness, you know.
Right?
But yeah, let's get back on topic.
Uh, what else they got? I believe.
Well, what else did you want to talk about? Let's see what we
Yeah.
got here.
Let me check my Coin Gecko.
Says where,
Uh,
yeah, where Data Lords, where can we check out your robot, man? Let us know. We'll be
for
interested.
real. Word. So you how long you think NFL Top Shots is coming out next?
NFL
You,
Top Shots.
you think all
Okay,
is it
let me
you
let
think
you in on some. Let me let you in on some alpha for today. So the NFL players, they got an association, and they do their things through the players association. Now, I don't think NFL Top Shots is coming. It might, because they can sell licenses to more than one person. But Omi, which I've been shilling for a minute now, has those partnerships with the NFL association to start releasing the NFL NFTs for the
yeah,
players, like cards
yeah,
and stuff like that. So it's gonna be dope.
man, I really seen this NFT thing. Really, you're gonna start seeing college players saying, nah, man, we could just kind of start our own league and tokenize our whole fucking league, bro.
Well,
Like
college players are already doing something. They're like, yo, look, we need to get paid because we pack these stadiums and we making y'all more
bro,
money than some of these NFL teams.
man, the system is shifting, and I'm waiting. It's gonna take a while, but I'm really glad. Like we are living in a revolution,
Mm-hmm.
revolution, and people have a hard time really grasping that. Like this is one of the biggest revolutions in human history, a decentralized currency, right? This decentralized data ownership, like global currencies, global. We've never experienced global currencies. I can pay a dude in India, and I can get paid in China. It doesn't matter. So this
Yeah, I
is
can
why I'm
travel and I don't gotta stop at the exchange. I don't gotta exchange some dollars for some euros or some pesos or whatever.
man, people have yet to really grasp and we and you are just way ahead of the game, and that's the one thing about being early. You just don't really get the credit you deserve. We deserve. We will. One day we will. One day we will. Is there anything else you want to let the audience know before we head on out?
No, that's it. That's kind of it for today. Just wanted to touch in on some NFTs and some, all that stuff going on. Have a nice conversation with you. But
Start
yeah,
collecting something. That's what I want to start collecting something digital, whatever it is. I don't care, right? Just start collecting something digital. Or check out the copyright ownership, or just start creating something digital. But it doesn't hurt to have because if Rari's giving away Rari token if you were to sell or buy on their platform, so you're getting another form of free money.
yeah,
So yeah, there's you always want to do something and get an additional form of revenue on top. Like it's standard now. It
right.
sounds like people aren't used to what we're used to, but this standard. If I do something, I should not only should I get more back of what I'm doing, but I should get additional form of value on top of that. And this
something passive should come along with it.
exactly, man, exactly. You're entitled to that, you know. And the,
Yeah.
and before I head on out, crypto is one of the few places where it's okay to want money. It's okay to want money. It's okay to talk about money. No one's giving you a hard time. Like, believe we're all in it. Believe me, computer scientists all the way down to fucking some drug
Right. No
dealers.
one,
Like,
yeah. When I tell people like, come on, man, we're all here to make money. Nobody's arguing with me. You
yeah.
know,
In
if
fact,
you
you
really are
don't
like,
really,
you
yeah,
know,
you don't have to say it. We already know
we
that's why you
know. Yeah,
showed
we
up in the chat.
exactly, we
Like,
know. Right.
So it's one of those places where you can actually just, you know, just feel talk about money freely, not feel self-conscious of wanting because you're in a group of everybody else who wants as much money as you do, if not more. Who
That's
knows?
true. Right.
So that's
So
why I
real
like the
quick
freedom.
before we get out, it
Uh-huh.
says so point blank dot company. If you guys want to check out Data Lord's robot, I'll check that out after. We didn't let him link it. Yoshi says revolution for real roots. Thanks for being in
Yeah,
the chat, Yoshi.
we need
Says
crypto wallet too.
we need the crypto
Crypto
wallet
wallet.
craziness to resolve. Too hard for
For
mass
mass
adoptions.
adoption. Was it Jenny Sita? It
Yeah.
really can't get much easier than what we already have. Otherwise, you're compromising security. You got to understand. The more simple something is, the less secure it is. The more secure it is, the less simple it is. There's only trade-offs in computer science. There's only trade-offs. What are you going to do? That's why it's so hard to get a blockchain to run so fast. What are you sacrificing in order to get more speed and transactions in the block? No, you're sacrificing the decentralization. So it's a fine line, and at this point,
And I think what you're referring to too, I think it'll get easier over time. Like for example, I think you're maybe referring to like maybe MetaMask, and then you need all these different RPCs and all this stuff. But it's like in the future there'll be one wallet who's able to hold all the coins you need to hold. So yeah, you know.
but a password. What I'm saying is a password in email, telephone number sacrifices your privacy.
Oh yeah,
That's the catch.
yeah, for sure.
So behind the scenes, it's real intense cryptography when you create a wallet, when you click create wallet on MetaMask, uh, it creates a public key and a private key at the same
Hmm.
time.
Yeah,
Okay, and that has never ever really existed, or no, it's not that it has never. The chances of it actually existing are very, very, very low due to the laws of math, right? So
hmm,
you need that's what's keeping you secure and keeping your identity private is the mnemonic seed phrase attached to that private key. Okay, so the way, and then you're just putting a user interface on top of that. Now the user interface, yeah, it could be more intuitive, but behind the scenes, you really can't get any
yeah.
more secure the way the wallet's
The way it is,
generated
yeah.
security behind the
Mhm.
scenes. All right, folks, we
Show.
spitting crypto game. Holler at us. Join what your chat
Oosh.
group. You got that
Yeah,
chat group,
join the Telegram. I'm actually gonna have to either close it or raise the prices or something because I'm getting scammers in there. So yeah, join right now while you can.
bro. The
And
roaches come, bro. The
yeah, they're
roaches
coming. They're
come.
coming. So I gotta I'm gonna have to ride with this 500 we got for the bull run and then not open it for a while or something.
Yeah, yeah. Holler at me for the cryptocurrency consultations. I do referrals. Holler at me if people want a basic intro. I got decentralized courses on DeFi and all that. So check the links on the description. It's always good talking to you, Jay.
For sure, man.
You constantly stay on top of the game. You are not far behind me. In other cases, you were ahead of me, and so it's like we help fill the gaps for
Go,
ourselves
yeah,
and the
for sure.
audience.
And the audience. That's what I like is like I could ask you certain things that you don't know and we can bounce information. And I like the fact that we could do it live too, and people can kind of just get like a real raw, like, you know, there's like we even say it all the time, like, hey, I'm sharing alpha with you, but we're sharing it with everybody. We're like giving away too much alpha.
Well, you're not, some people, a lot of people aren't going to watch these videos, and then, but the ones who are do, that's the value we want to share,
Right,
right?
exactly. Exactly.
You
So
know. All
so
right.
thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Aloha. Take care.